Welcome back, history buffs. Today we're diving into one of the most intense and overlooked battles of the medieval world, the Siege of Malta in 1565. Now I know what you're thinking. Malta? Really? But trust me, this story has everything. Heroic knights, overwhelming odds, and a battle that would shape the future of Europe. In the mid-16th century, Malta was a tiny island controlled by the Knights of St. John, a religious military order. They were like the Avengers of their time, sworn to protect Christendom. But who were they protecting it from? None other than the Ottoman Empire, the most powerful force in the Mediterranean, led by the fierce Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent. In 1565, Suleiman sent an enormous fleet of 40,000 men to conquer Malta. The Ottoman plan was simple: take Malta, control the Mediterranean, and then invade Europe. Facing them were just 500 knights and 6,000 soldiers, a David versus Goliath situation. But what the Ottomans didn't count on was the grit and determination of the Maltese defenders. The knights were led by one of the most underrated badasses of history, Grand Master Jean de Valette. Valette was 70 years old at the time, yes, 70, but he was a veteran of countless battles. Under his leadership, the defenders fortified themselves in 3 strongholds: Birgu, Sanglia, and Fort St. Elmo. Fort St. Elmo was the first to be attacked. For 30 brutal days, the Ottomans bombarded the fort with cannon fire. Despite being massively outgunned, the knights held their ground, buying precious time for the rest of the island to prepare. Finally, after a month of hell, Fort St. Elmo fell. But it wasn't the victory the Ottomans hoped for. The knights had inflicted heavy losses. Over 8,000 Ottoman soldiers were killed. Not bad for a fort that was supposed to fall in just 3 days. Next, the Ottomans turned their attention to Birgu and Sanglia. But by now, the defenders had gained a psychological edge. Valette's forces fought with unmatched fury, using everything from cannons to swords and even boiling oil. Against all odds, the defenders repelled wave after wave of Ottoman attacks. And just when things looked their bleakest, a Spanish relief force arrived, breaking the siege and sending the Ottomans into full retreat. The Siege of Malta was a turning point in history. The Ottomans never again attempted to conquer Malta, and their ambitions to dominate Europe were severely weakened. Jean de Valette became a legend, and Malta became a symbol of resistance and faith. So, the next time you think of medieval knights, don't just imagine shiny armor and jousts. Think of the Siege of Malta, where a tiny island held back one of the greatest empires in history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic tales from the past. See you next time.